Michelle. So we're going to go over your little 10-minute mobility thing that, what order you should do it in. So we're gonna start with thoracic rotations around the foam roller on the floor. I sent you a separate video on how to do that exactly. And then we're gonna go into, while you're on the ground, I wanted to go into the sleeper stretch, which is the one where you're laying on your left side, stretching your left shoulder. You can play with this angle, remember? Head goes on a yoga block, down towards the ground, hold for 1 minute, push into your hand for 10 seconds at about 50% strength, and then pull, after that 10 seconds, pull down towards the ground for another 10 seconds, 50% strength on your left side. On your right side, if you want to do your right side too, you can probably go full strength as long as it's not hurting you. After you push and then pull, you want to hold the stretch. Don't get out of it. You want to hold the stretch for another minute. Do that, depending on how much time you have, 2 to 3 times. And then I want to keep you on the ground and then move to your hips. And so I'm going to have you next go against the wall for your right external rotation of the hip, or figure 4. So you're really close to the wall, legs up here, leg crosses over. Remember, you can wrap that band around your ankle, and so you can relax into the stretch a little bit more. Hold that for 1 minute. Push that way towards the wall for 10 seconds, and then after that 10 seconds, pull your leg towards your body. It's not going to go anywhere, but just make that motion for 10 seconds. Get in the stretch and stretch for another minute. Repeat that cycle, the push, the pull again, 2 to 3 times. The push, the pull, the re-stretch, push, pull, re-stretch, basically. One cycle of that is 1 time. Sorry, my baby's trying to get my phone. And then we're gonna go to internal rotation, which you said was better for you with your legs up on the wall, so that's fine. You're going to get that left leg into internal rotation. Hold that here in that stretch for 1 minute. Push. Your leg would go this way, but you're gonna hold the pressure against your hand, so it's not gonna go anywhere. Hold that for 10 seconds. And then try to pull your leg. Your leg is gonna wanna go down, but it's not gonna go anywhere. Try to pull your leg into that stretch more for 10 seconds. Where you're at, re-pin it and re-stretch it. Hold that for another minute. Push, pull, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. Re-stretch 2 to 3 times. And then while you're on the ground, we're gonna go into the hip flexion, pails and rails. And this 10-minute-ish mobility, I want you to do in the morning. And so this is the one that I want you to hold the hip flexion, pails and rails. So put a mat under your, we're gonna start with your left side. Yeah, your left side. So put a pillow under your left knee. Get into, honey, sorry. I wanted to make sure I got this out. Get your left leg is going to be bent on the ground. You're in this position. The more you go forward, the more you'll feel the more your hips go forward, the more you'll feel the stretch in that, the hip flexor that we want it in. So you're in that stretch, you're holding it for 1 minute. Now you have the band wrapped around your ankle. You're going to, honey, I love you, but I need this, I'm sorry. Okay, so you're going to have the band wrapped around your ankle. You're gonna push into the band for 10 seconds, and then you're gonna pull your knee up towards your butt for 10 seconds, and then you're gonna re-stretch for 1 minute. So that's the longer one. If during the day you start to get that knee pain, starts to burn and stuff, instead of holding the stretch, honey, here, Ben, instead of holding the stretch, oh God, he wants to play phone, of course. Instead of holding the stretch, you will just hold the stretch for 10 seconds, push 10 seconds, pull 10 seconds, stretch for 10 seconds. So instead of stretching for a minute, you just do 10 seconds. Let me know if that doesn't make sense. So that's only if you're like throughout the day getting knee pain. And that's also what you're going to do right before square dancing tonight. Instead of holding it, you're just going to hold it for 10 seconds, push 10 seconds, pull 10 seconds. Okay, we got that. So then, after you're on the ground, we'll have you get up and do slight shoulder cars with your left hand. You know, make them a little smaller. Don't stretch too far beyond. And then we'll have you end with the shoulder extensions. So you have the band hooked on somewhere, and then you open up and close, open, close, and that's going to end it. So it should take 10 to 15 minutes when you're holding all of those stretches. I am sorry about my baby again, but let me know if you have any questions.